The Netherlands defense minister said Wednesday that Dutch F-35 fighter jets shot down Russian drones over Poland. Minister Ruben Brekelmans was referring to the multiple Russian drones that entered Polish territory over the course of several hours and were shot down with help from NATO allies. Brekelmans said the aircraft were engaged for an extended period during the overnight incident. He stressed that the latest incident showcases how Russia remains a broader threat to Europe. The Netherlands can play an important role in defending against this within the NATO framework, he added. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk claimed on Wednesday that around 10 drones were shot down over Poland last night and referred to them as Russian. The drones that entered Poland's airspace were part of the Russian attack on Ukraine. Ukraine's Air Force reported that Russia's attack involved 415 drones, 1 ballistic missile and 42 cruise missiles, and 8 enemy UAVs crossed the Ukrainian state border flying in Poland's direction. Poland has complained about Russian objects entering its airspace during attacks on Ukraine before. Russian drone violation of NATO airspace has drawn international condemnation. Dutch Foreign Minister David Van Wil said on Wednesday morning that Russia's move was unacceptable and a threat to Europe's security. The Netherlands stands firmly with Poland, he said. NATO must remain ready, and tougher sanctions must put greater pressure on Russia's war economy. The EU's foreign chief Kaja Kallas accused Russia of escalating the war in Ukraine, stressing that the drone attack was the most serious breach of European airspace by Russia. The Kremlin has refused to comment on Poland's accusations of a drone attack by Russia. UK Defence Secretary John Healey condemned Russia's drones over Poland, reckless, unprecedented, and dangerous, in London on Wednesday. According to Associated Press, Poland said early Wednesday that multiple Russian drones entered and were shot down over its territory with help from NATO allies, describing the incident as an act of aggression carried out during a wave of Russian strikes on Ukraine. Several European leaders said they believed Russia was intentionally escalating the war, and NATO was discussing the incident in a meeting. It came 3 days after Russia's largest aerial attack on Ukraine since the war began, an attack that for the first time hit a key government building in Kyiv. Healey leads the E5 group meeting to discuss the defense and security in Europe, with delegations from France, Germany, Italy, Poland, and the United Kingdom.
Last night, Putin took this aggression to a new level of hostility. A violation of Polish airspace, deep enough for Warsaw Airport to be closed, and NATO jets forced directly to shoot down Russian drones, while of course the attacks on Ukraine continue to intensify. Poland's direct defensive military action last night is the first of its kind since Putin launched his illegal invasion in 2022. Good morning. Russia's actions are reckless, unprecedented, and dangerous. We totally condemn these attacks. And we say to President Putin, your aggression only strengthens the unity between NATO nations. And we will discuss this morning what additional support we can provide to Poland. And we say to President Putin, your aggression only strengthens our solidarity to stand with Ukraine. It reminds us that a secure Europe needs a strong, sovereign Ukraine.
Poland sent military equipment to the Belarusian border on the morning of September 10, Interfax quotes the state television channel First National. It is specified that the message is accompanied by footage of military equipment of the Polish army moving along public roads towards the border with Belarus. Poland will close its border with Belarus on the night of September 11 to 12 in connection with the Russian-Belarusian military exercises, West 2025. According to the head of the Polish Ministry of Internal Affairs, the restrictive measures are temporary and are related to ensuring security during the large-scale maneuvers. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk called the upcoming exercises very aggressive from the point of view of military doctrine and promised to take special measures against Minsk. Russian Defense Minister Andrei Belousov stated in May that the joint exercises are aimed exclusively at defense, and that they will practice a scenario for repelling potential aggression directed against the Union state. Earlier, NATO promised to respond to Russia's military exercises. It is noted that the transfer of military equipment coincided with the discussion in Warsaw of the possibility of using Article 4 of the NATO treaty. It provides for consultation with allies in the North Atlantic Alliance in the event of a security threat. Earlier, Chief of the General Staff, First Deputy Minister of Defense of Belarus Pavel Muravyko said that Warsaw notified Minsk about unidentified drones approaching the Belarusian border from Ukrainian territory. According to him, the Republic's air defense forces shot down the UAVs that flew into Belarusian airspace at night. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk added that the Polish military used weapons against unmanned aerial vehicles detected in the country's airspace.